Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, today I want to get into these lyrics off the Lil Baby and Lil Durk album from the song Rich Off Pain featuring Lil Baby and Lil Durk and Rod Wave. Now, a lot of people been talking about this, but unfortunately, Lil Durk's brother passed away. D-Thing, rest in peace, God bless his soul. So, the same day that he actually passed away, I was going to drop this video, but like I said, he passed. I ended up doing a video on that, and then I didn't want to bombard y'all with videos and keep coming back to back. So like I said, I wanted to brief the situation. I didn't want to put too much videos out at once. Now, a lot of people are talking about these lyrics that Lil Durk has actually rapped on the Rich Off Pain song because it actually has him talking about or acknowledging the whole thing with him, quote unquote, sacrificing King Von. Something we've been talking about for the longest and something we still talk about to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I find it kind of interesting that he's talking about it because, I don't know. First and foremost, this, right? Let's say somebody, God forbid, one of my friends passed away, one of my close friends passed away, right? First of all, nobody's going to even suspect me of lure him in to even get killed or sacrifice or having anything to do with it. Just the fact of our relationship, because that's my friend. It's certain things that just don't cross a person's mind when they know that you're genuine or just really cool with somebody. You see what I'm saying? But when it does, that old quote, where there's smoke, there's fire, is what come to my mind when things like this start happening. Because even though you as friends, something in you or something about your aura that made people start thinking and questioning you, and that's never a good thing. So like I said, I found it kind of weird because if it don't apply, let it fly. But it seemed like this one may have struck a nerve, this one may have applied. And he felt it enough to actually acknowledge it. And I know he had to see one of our videos. He had to. We've been going hard since this thing happened. We one of the first videos saying that, King Von was set up somehow, some way. So I know he probably seen one of our videos upon other good YouTube channels that actually put out good bodies of work based on this subject. So, I ain't hate on nobody, man. Everybody doing their thing. Shouts out to everybody. But let's get into this whole video, man. Let's get into the lyrics that he actually said. Now, it's short. He didn't acknowledge too much of it, but it was enough the way people was talking. Now, off the Rich Off Pain song, this is what Lil Durk had to say. He said, quote, "I got blamed for people dying. I wonder why. They say I sacrificed to be in this position. That's a lie. See, the blogs can't break me down. See, I'm the voice, I don't reply. But the rumors y'all done heard, I'ma humbly deny." Now, first and foremost, he said he's not gonna reply, but that right there in itself is a reply. I don't know if he noticed that he actually replied, but hey, who knows? Now, like I said earlier, it seems like we finally hit a nerve. It's been reported that Lil Durk, like I said, he's acknowledging this. My thing is, if it didn't apply and you know that it's foolishness, why respond to it? And I can't lie, I actually was shocked when I first heard it because it kind of confirmed to me that what we've been saying for the longest is actually valid. Now, it sounds funny, but just think about it. If it wasn't valid, why even respond? That's like somebody saying like your mama joke that darn well that is not true, and you sit there and get mad. Oh, your mama has a bump on her face. Oh, your mama has a birthmark on her toe. Something stupid. And you respond. Why? If you know it ain't true. You see what I'm saying? If something like this wasn't true, why give it energy? Put yourself in his shoes if you was him, right? And someone saying you had a hand in getting your own man slayed, right? And you know good and well you didn't. Obviously, that information would sound mad weird and far-fetched to the point to where you wouldn't even want to entertain it because it sounds foolish. It's beyond you. Because you know it wasn't true. But guess what? If it was true, and you started to see everyone catching on, you know, seeing everybody responding on the YouTube channels, pointing out all the flaws in the story, you know you got to do or say something to deflect away from the truth. And that's pretty much what it is now. Now, I know here on this channel, I get a lot of flack about these videos that point out the flaws because this channel was, if not the first, then definitely, I'll say probably top 2 channels who've been exposing this whole King Von death, right? So I've been seeing the Durk fans come and go crazy left and right under these comments. But put all these things into perspective, right? I have always believed this quote, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And what I mean by this, it's not just this channel anymore that's exposing the truth. In the beginning, it was just Gala Hagen as a spiritual advisor. You know, she was telling people, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Watch, I kid you not. And first and foremost, let's keep it real. A lot of the things that she said was going to happen are now happening. And this is a whole year later. All right? Not only that, you have numerous of channels speaking on this situation. They all seem to say similar things. You got people like Balo exposing things we never knew pertaining to the family. You have events that we also see right in front of our face that aren't making sense. We have the story changing between 21 Savage story and the story that we originally knew. And what I always say, y'all, anything that is confusing, whenever it's confusing, it's a lie. The truth is indisputable. The truth is never confusing. The truth is one way and that's it. It's not confusing. It's genuine. You will know the lie from the truth. So if someone ever tells you something and your vibe is off from it or don't sound right to you because it's confusing, 9 times out of 10, it's a lie. The truth is never, ever confusing. That's the logic I go off of. And what's killing me is this. I don't know why it's so hard to believe that these guys, especially people like him, do grimy stuff when these guys openly tell you that they do it. They glorify doing foul stuff and being snakes and being slimes, you know, snakes, slimes, or being grimy or shiesty. So why is it so hard to believe? Not to mention, some of this guy's biggest bars that people like and know him for are about being the most grimy and untrustworthy person. Think about it. He said, Pooh shiesty, that's my dog. But Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty. I know what that shiesty word means. Do you know what it means in the street to be shiesty? It's mind-boggling me that he even wants to be called shiesty. Anybody. Even Pooh shiesty. Listen, I don't know how it is OT or out of town, but out here on the east and in New York, when someone consider you shiesty, you just someone that can't be trusted. You a dirtbag. Then the whole, what's that? I be with the snakes, that snake the snakes, that whole bar? Come on, man. First of all that slat and slime stuff is based on someone being foul. All right, someone doing stuff to their own people, not the ops. You don't get called a snake from doing things to the ops. You get called a snake from doing snaky stuff to your people. The definition of a snake was never positive. When someone call you a snake or a slime, that means you can't be trusted. A snake can never be trusted. So where did this whole narrative go left as to where we started glorifying all the wrong and negative things? Then you got your boy rapping about back doors, open the back doors, made a whole song about closing the back door, whatever the case may be, wearing King Von OTF chain right after he passed, and this keeps, and y'all still sitting there, oh nah, you know, everything's cool, nah, he's a good, come on, man. And for all y'all quick to jump in the comments saying, yo, that's just Chicago lingo, back door, we say that all the time. Duh, we know that. We know it's Chicago lingo, but let's not also forget the meaning of the Chicago lingo. Let's not forget the meaning of backdoor. Backdoor is when you pretty much set up your own mans. Someone close to you, a relative, a sibling, a spouse, someone close to you. You never, like, you don't get close to an op, or sometimes you do, given 051 Melly situation, but that's rare. But you don't get close enough to an op to backdoor him. Backdoor is usually coming from someone close to you. So why are these guys glorifying being snakes, being shiesty, being grimy, being I said snakes, backdoor, and y'all letting them get away with it? And the next question I got is this, right? Why? Why after all these months going by, your boy decided to finally come out and say something about the people believing that he's had something to do with King Von's death? And the funny part is, after King Von's death, the people closest to him even started tweeting awkward because they was iffy about the whole situation as well. People like Memo600, people like Boss Top, who actually came out and tweeted that he basically can't trust his own friends because there's too many back doors going on lately. And let me tell you this, I don't care who's backdooring who or who's doing what, right? If I'm with my crew, I'm not mentioning anything about backdoors because I know that me and my guys ain't into that. I know it's nothing to speak on. But if someone who feels like backdoors is happening around him and it's becoming suspicious because the people around him, he's starting to feel like it's too close to home and it's not making sense, I'm going to feel like boss out. I'm going to feel like I have to stay away from certain quote unquote friends because pretty much I don't trust them. Right? Not to mention in the beginning how Asian came out, you know, about take all the guys' OTF chains, take their chains, they was around, they didn't do nothing, it looked like a setup. I spoke to a spiritual advisor, she told me the friends, and then just like that, she switched right after saying all that, back to normal. Why? Your boy Billionaire Black just made a good point, man. He had a chart. I think he reposted a chart from one of the Instagram pages that I guess are like blogs, whatever case may be, and they had a catalog of all of Lil Durk's albums, and they had the people that was affiliated with OTF that passed away every time each album came out. So if you ask me, man, him mentioning this whole situation, as much as he trying to just rap it, it sound like guilt. Or maybe just a mission to cover up because the pressure is on. And judging from listening to the song, the sad part is that Durk is linked to so many bodies that you can't even pinpoint who he's talking about in particular. There's Vaughn, there's Newski, there's Chino, there's LA Capone, there's Josh, Josh is producer, it's his brother now. The list goes on. That in itself should be a red flag. But like I stated, man, one of my other videos, whenever y'all seen Durk and Vaughn out, Vaughn always looked like the boss, man. I can't stress that any more than I already do. I remember the time they went to the Breakfast Club together and Vaughn was about to say something and Durk fake coughed to stop him and Vaughn looked at him. Almost with that, like, you lucky we here, I gotta act professional, because if we was in private, I would have told you about yourself. You see what I'm saying? One of those. Or how about the time where Vaughn was on live and Durk joined and told him, yo, stop playing with the ops. Listen, if you understand energy, you can see through that whole situation. Vaughn definitely could have held his own without Durk, and Durk knew that. The songs that Vaughn blew up off of, it didn't include Durk. He didn't need a feature. Matter of fact, when his song blew up, Durk actually put a verse on his song. And I think it was after he died. Don't quote me. The crazy story? Was it after or before? I don't know. Either way, he put his verse on this man's song. This man then, you see what I'm saying? Now, of course, Durk helped him and signed him to the label, and that was cool because he changed his life. But let me break it down for some of y'all who are unaware on being signed to a label and how that works. Because people don't always have your best interests at heart when they sign you. People don't just sign you because they genuinely have love for you. Now, some people do, but a lot of guys sign dudes just because they see the bag. They know by signing this guy, he could make a hit record, or he already have a big following and big records. So as long as he's making good music, the label eats off of him, and that's how that works. It's business, never personal. But then y'all from the outside looking in will see him signing him. You're like, oh, he changed his life. He changed his life forever. You know what he did? He just probably expedited the process of him getting signed. That man probably was already on his way to get signed, but he just expedited the process because he see the bag in him. Look at almost all the Diddy artists as an example. Almost every one of them people who were signed to Bad Boy are doing bad or was even committing crimes while signed, and look where they at today. How you sign and still committing crimes? G-Dep? Loon? Matter of fact, even a better question. How is it that Diddy's still walking around living his best life while the artists that actually made the hits to make him who he is today are actually struggling? How does that work? Diddy is a whole nother story though. I think we pretty much know what's up with Diddy. But back to Lil Durk, man. I don't know, man. And what I also realized, I don't know if any of y'all realize how after King Von passed, Durk lyrics started to sound a lot like King Von lyrics too. I thought I was bugging, but I seen a whole thread on Instagram of people bringing that up, and I knew I wasn't out of my mind when I seen it. Because I started thinking it. You know, before the whole Von situation, Durk had the whole melodic thing going on with the whole singing to the women, you know, all that whole lane. Then he switched to auto-tune. He switched off the auto-tune, and then he went back to seem like he's just talking to the ops in every song. And then once King Von died, he had that. Come on. That's that King Von. Yeah, I gotta pay attention. But like I said, man, I'm gonna leave that on here about this piece. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Is Durk shaky about actually talking about Von being sacrificed? Or maybe he just acknowledged it? Or maybe he's guilty? Y'all let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as y'all keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.